What made me pursue to continue to do this volunteer work in my community is when we lived in the Pittsburgh Civic League apartments, and during that time the Pittsburgh Civic League apartments was being they had a lot of code violations. It wasn't the best place to live, and they was owned by the community. Remember, I told you back then that we was a self-sustaining community, so we had our own subsidized housing in the Pittsburgh community. But after a while, the Pittsburgh Civic League Association, they had a little problems. They were the person that was handling the property, and they was having a little financial problem and other little mishaps to go on. But in the effort, they had to HUD came in and shut the apartments down. And when HUD shut the apartments down, there was 160 families in that apartment, and those apartments that was full with nothing but parents with kids. It was families, and they really, some of them didn't have a job, some of them had a job, but really didn't make a whole lot of money. And when someone knocked on my door and asked to speak to me, and when they spoke to me, they told me about what was going on, and they asked me would I help them. So we got together and started helping them, and I realized as I was talking to the younger parents, because those were the ones that really connected with me at that time, I was talking to the younger parents, and they didn't know what to do. They was young, they had kids, some of them had a number of kids. And we got to talking, and we got to trying to figure out what was going on, and I realized that half of those parents could not read, and they was the same age that I was. And when we got through the relocation and we went through this whole process for a couple of months, and they had criminal backgrounds, and so my heart really just went out to them, because I didn't have a child, but I often wondered, if I had a child, would I be like this? You know, what would it be like for me? And it really touched my heart to know that those were people that was just like me and could not take care of their families. And I knew that it's something that had to be done. I could not stop. I had to continue to help those families, and I often it's so touching to me now, because I often wonder where are they at, how are they doing, or are they able to take care of their families and their kids. So when I realized that I could not stop, because there was some more people out there dealing with the same thing that these parents were dealing with. So I took up the mantle, and I continued to work, and I got involved with more. I found out more people who was trying to help the people in the community, and I started to work with them to figure out what can we do to help these people. You know, we cannot leave them like this. They're young, they're the same age I am. What would I do? That's what I did. I have a tendency to put myself in other people's position, and I think about how would I feel, and that's what make me go on every day. And I tell my son often when he's in school now, and I tell him, you know, Marcus, never pick at people. Marcus, never talk about people, because you don't know their story, and until you find out what they're going through, that's when you lend them a helping hand, but you don't stop them, and you don't kick them when they're down. You help them out. Even at 5, my son, he really wants to help. And you look around, it's important and it's needed, because even with their kids, if they see my son giving off positive energy, they would give off positive energy. So that's why I surround him with the people that keep promoting the positive energy. So that's why I continue to do this work, because I know that there are some people out there, and now today I really know, because I touch them every day, that really need help, don't feel bad, don't know what to do, don't know that it's important to get an education, or need to be able to help their kids. How can I help my child read when I don't know how to read? And that's a shame thing to tell somebody, but I'm that person that they can come to and say, I can't read, can you help me? Or what can I do to learn how to read? And I do just that. I'm the person that's standing in the gap, and whatever they tell me is confidential, between me and only me.